Hey, welcome back. I restarted my computer because it was getting kind of buggy. Did a whole one of these, and then noticed I hadn't actually turned on the microphone. So, the bright side, you didn't miss a lot. I went north from 0 by 0 to, a kilometer. And now we're down here at the edge of the jungle. And I'm going to finish the, branching. We're at 0 by 1,000, so to the south, in a birch forest, I guess. Oh, I was going to check on something. That's 61. Okay. Noted. Hoping I don't hit lava patches. At this point, it's hard for me to care anymore. I'm really annoyed that I just recorded 35 minutes of relative silence. Where am I? 16, 15, or 15. Okay, now I'm on 12. And I need, not that, one of these. Just to get some ladders put together. That should probably be just about right. Yeah, that's more than enough. Anyway, I'm going to want to steal that before I'll just fill it in with something. Because that's always useful. Because the plan ultimately is to have rails connecting all of these. Okay, and then just ladder my way back up to the surface real quick. And by real quick, I mean at the speed of trying to get this right. And then we're going to head north, a kilometer, and end up back in the basement. As far as not missing much, I found the branch going north, as I kind of suspected, wound up in the middle of the ocean, swimming distance from that village from like day 0 where I've been abducting villagers. Which isn't terribly important, but it's a fact. And right before it, by less than 100 meters, there's a big mine shaft. So, I don't really want to deal with this right now. Okay. So, apart from heading up there and finding a few minerals, but otherwise not a lot, there was a kind of a cool lava water chasm thing, but we'll get back to that sometime. I don't know what's in it. One thing I was doing when nothing was recording me saying, so I was thinking, I'm recording this in like the middle of October in 2017. It's the 17th now. So, and the way I've been doing this, and I don't know if it's going to change, that's kind of my point here. I'm recording these more or less daily. Occasionally, The plus minus is sometimes I do a couple a day, maybe 3 or 4. And then other times I have a headache for like a week and I can't do them at all. That's why I hadn't wanted to upload daily, because I don't know. It seems like missing a day would just sort of be bad. I don't know why I worry about that, but it's what I was thinking at the time. So, you know, starting in July, I started doing this skyblock map, and then finished that and did that sky grid map, which of course proved to be really very flawed. The skyblock map was flawed too, but in a different way. It was finishable, it wasn't really a problem, it's just I couldn't get like Enderman eggs. Do I care about redstone for anything? Yes, I don't care about that, that's for sure. Might as well grab up redstone while I'm here, because it's not like I have oodles. Then having finished Sky Grid, I started this one at the end of August. So now we're up to like episode, I think this is 63, which, and I think I've uploaded like 10 of them. So basically, you know, this is going up around a year from now, which gets a little weird when you think about it, partly because A, it means I'm stashing what's potentially hundreds of episodes just on the computer instead of uploading them. And then B, there's every chance, every probability, well, maybe not every probability, despite Microsoft having taken over here, yeah, to the extent they have, I think Mojang are still technically in control, but it's all becoming, you know, the focus is on like the Xbox and Windows 10, which I'm supposed to have the Windows 10 version. I had this before it was bought by Microsoft, so they gave me like a coupon code for Windows 10 would be free. And I tried to use it, it said it had already been used, which was a lie because I hadn't used it. So they like gave me a duplicate code or something. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Doesn't really matter. The point is, I don't know how much more updated this game's going to get. I think it's like heading toward abandonware. And I think they're aware of it. I think they know the community is just taking over for them. Which is a way to do it. It's just awkward because then there's all this competition on who's doing what kind of mods. Anyway. If they update it. Because right now they're saying 1.13 is going to be bug fixes and there's no word on anything beyond that I've seen. But assuming there's updates, then I'm going to be playing a game at the end of next year, ostensibly. That's a year out of date. So I'm kind of thinking what I might do is set this aside. I'm not committed to this, I'm just thinking about it. And I might start up like a new survival map. Because the two that I've done, and kind of this one if you count whatever went wrong with those damned fish things, the Elder Guardians. I think that was more, I don't know what that was, but it's what happened. Someone suggested based on precedent, based on what I've already done with the Skyblock and Skygrid, I could just focus on doing known flawed maps, like that are basically unwinnable, and or at least have problems preventing it from being finished, completed. You're lying. You're not? Oh, you are. Well, still. I don't care. The problem there is, you know, and again by habit, when I did the version of Skyblock I did with Chester, I hadn't seen anyone, I still haven't seen anyone else do that map as a Let's Play. The Sky Grid, I didn't do the one that like Seth Bling invented a few years ago. I did a new one. And it was, of course, flawed. The dragon froze up. I have, since I started uploading these, seen someone else playing that one. You know, in that case, it's out there and people are playing it. I just happen to be the first one to do it, apparently. Any other map that's inherently flawed, and to give you examples, I'm thinking of like Shriveling World, which is just awesome. It really, really is. It doesn't work very well. It looks cool, it has a lot of cool stuff anyway, but the trading system was meant to work with, you know, whatever loot table stuff we got in like 1.11. Never really did. Then we got 1.11.1 or 2 or something, and the guy went back and tried to fix it to work with that version, and it didn't fix stuff that was working with before that. I guess. I'm not sure what the whole story is. I just know it doesn't actually work very well. And I've seen people play it in Let's Plays. It's a really cool map. It just... you know, if I want to do a Let's Play of a survival map no one else has done, then that's too late. Some people have done that. I don't know if I'm necessarily stuck on that. I could just do whatever I want, I suppose. There's no laws. I hear lava, so I'm a little concerned. Not a lot. There's also a map I happen to like a lot. It's a good map. There's nothing really wrong with it. I'm a little annoyed that command blocks prevent you from breeding villagers. It's, well, one thing, the name is goofy. It's something like Zombie Apocalypse 2. And it's actually the first in kind of a whole story season thing where the guy keeps, reworking the map, and then, you know, and then here's the next day, etc. And yeah, you can't breed villagers, but then you can, get eggs for them and, just smack them into existing spawners. So it's got a lot of potential, and it, has command blocks so that the only monsters you ever get are zombies. If creepers or spiders or anything try to spawn, they die instantly. It's really cool. I don't know what you can do beyond run around and complete the little missions, which I guess is kind of the point of a survival map. But it, once I couldn't breed villagers or, like, get string or slime blocks or anything, slime balls, whatever they are. It got a little annoying. It's more a map where the existing buildings are really neat. You can go around doing all this stuff. You know, and then there's just stuff like Ocean Block, which obviously other people have done. No one's updated that, to my knowledge, in years. I think it's still just all... You know, it's like the game seems to think that we're at 1.4 or 1.5, whatever the last time anyone really did anything with Ocean Block was. Although, now that we're on 1.12, I still haven't really played with concrete. I'm not even sure how you make it, but I want to think that you mix sand and clay. If I'm right about that, then Ocean Block has concrete. Because what else has it got besides sand and clay? I don't know, it might be something to think about. I also probably, I guess, could just build a whole new Ocean Block. It's not that difficult. As far as the blocks it hasn't got that we have now, I could just hide them in the ceiling in the nether where the other blocks are hidden. I don't know, something to think about. But yeah, ultimately what I'm thinking, and again, I'm not committed to this, I might actually just set this aside and wait until we're more or less real time on, you know, where I'm uploading an episode that's current, that's not a year old. just because while this is fun, we're kind of getting to the point where, apart from just building cool things, which is kind of the point of Minecraft, we're not getting any new stuff. You know, I could find stuff and make concrete, I guess, but it might be more interesting if we set it aside and then pick it up when whatever comes out, say 1.14, when we get a couple of new trees or whatever, however it's going to work. I don't know. Sometimes I'm good at guessing. I was actually mentioning like a year ago that to the extent that Minecraft is just 3D Animal Crossing, we should have fossils in the ground. That would be cool. And then suddenly we got the bone blocks. Yeah. I don't think that had much to do with me mentioning it, though. Halfway there, almost. Which is good, because we're halfway. We're at 16 minutes, and I guess I could try to walk faster. There's only so fast you can shoot through this stuff, even with this pickaxe. Am I getting... yeah. I don't know why I'm worried about redstone. So yeah, I don't know. I might set this aside here in a few more episodes. I probably want to get the, what I'm working on done, which is, well, what's right in front of me, and then come back through and add rails that get me, more quickly from 0 to 1,000 in any direction. And then, encircle the whole thing in 8 kilometers of like, yeah, rail system, so. Beyond that, I'm not sure what I can really do to it that I wouldn't be done better later. So I might I'm not picking up dirt, and that bothers me somehow. That's not dirt. Like I have shulker boxes on me that I could be picking this stuff up. I don't know. That's a good way to not get done in time. Oh, good. Wait, is that... yeah. Yeah, I might actually just make my own ocean block. That'd be cool. Although I'm trying to think if there's any way... I guess I could use spawn block. Nah, then you'd have to be too close. Short of basing it on... no, that wouldn't even work. Oh no, you know what really wouldn't work? I can't think of a way to make ocean block that would have... that wouldn't be a flat world, which means there would be no squids. Ocean block used to have squids. I think maybe it still does. I don't know how they did that. Maybe I could just mod an existing ocean block and just add in the stuff that isn't there. Whatever that stuff is. Oh, anyway, yeah, that wouldn't help though. I'm wondering if there's a way to do like an ocean monument biome, if you want to call it that. That's lava in it. Jeez. It'd be cool if you could have, you know, what I've got on this map with the village on top of a Guardian factory. I don't know if it's possible. Seems like it probably is. I haven't looked at MC Edit in a while. But, Yeah, there are some really cool maps I might not hate playing. Even though I've seen other people do them already. And some of them, of course, are flawed. So I might consider that. I don't know. It's not going to be today anyway. I'm just thinking that we're heading to a point where I'm going to have terabytes of videos on this computer that no one's looking at because they don't go up yet, and by the time they do go up, there are going to be people who didn't know Minecraft was a thing back when 1.12 was current. Probably, I don't know, at this point Minecraft it's probably in the dictionary, but my point is, it's going to be outdated as hell. So yeah, at some point we may have an episode ending with just pretty much see you next year, and then I'll go do something else for a while and come back to this like at the end of 2018 or something. And yeah, the alternate concept is to finish uploading the flawed maps that I've been doing, that I was doing, and then just start throwing these episodes up like daily and eventually end up back in real time with it. I don't know. It could work either way, I suppose. One thing I really don't like about this game is there's no what was it, Herobrine tools they were pretending where you had a super tool that just did everything well? The Mary Sue pickaxe, or they could go right through dirt. The same way that a shovel does. It seems like that was a Herobrine thing. Whatever it was a myth. Never happened. Though I am amused that at this point, every time they do an update, they tend to mention that one change they've made is removing Herobrine. That just amuses me. I don't know if anyone falls for it. You know, I gotta find out what this is about. Probably just a little pocket thing. Yeah, that's about what I thought. I'm gonna need more torches in a minute. The really funny thing is, it's not like I can even, it's like, you guys vote. Tell me in the comments whether I should suspend this for a year, because by the time you hear the question, it's too late. Whatever happened, it's in the past. Oh, 230. Oh, that's what I was just talking about. I don't want this. That's why I don't have room for anything. Although, also because I haven't been stashing anything in the shulker boxes I could be using to avoid having problems. So where am I now? 235. 230. Anyway, of course, for the next couple 100 meters, unless I happen to see a really cool cave system. I haven't really seen a lot of stuff this time. Oh, well, there we go. I see a creeper, so I'm just gonna not play with him. That's probably an issue over there too. I'll just seal it. I don't care. At this point, if it's not like a mine shaft, which even that is limited use overall. I don't know. I don't know where I could really throw out a question like that. Whether to keep going with this at a ratio of like 7 to 1 on uploading what I've done, or that's probably the average. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about what other people think. I'm just gonna, at some point I'm gonna put this aside and then we'll start up something else and let's see what that gets us. I don't know. Got about 4 minutes to get where I want to go if I want this episode to finally end at the right time. I don't know if that's possible. 150-ish, maybe. Again, if I really hurry. That's not a big important thing, really. Let's do that. Okay, now it might be. Maybe the creeper could end up down there and explode when it sees me. But next time I come through here, I'm just going to be putting down tracks, and beyond that, we'll be moving too quickly for creepers to notice what we're up to. I really hate creepers. One of the reasons I like that zombie apocalypse city map thing, it's the absence of creepers makes everything better. Yeah, I might look at that. I don't think I've seen anyone do a let's play of that one. It just I don't know why I didn't think to do that one. And I would say it's somewhat flawed because, yeah, there's no breeding anything. And oh, also, well, you can get enough villagers to get golems out of them. The golems, when you kill them, don't drop iron. So iron is seriously limited. It's just there's a few iron blocks here and there. Otherwise, you can't get it. Which causes problems because iron isn't just tools that you can get from blacksmiths. It's also hoppers and other things that I can't think of offhand. Maybe that's all it is. But otherwise, it's a lot like just, you know, a small-ish world where the only enemy, apart from the fact that you can't do what you want to do with villagers, is zombies. I don't know, I might do that. Shriveling world is, yeah, broken, but it's just cool. That's something else I could do. Got about a minute and a half if I want to get this to just over half an hour. And 10 meters to go. This will be easy enough. Oh. Those bricks. Grr. Do I care about them? I don't have anything that I can ditch that's not worse than... Nah, I don't care. Well, ladders, I guess. Ladders are easier to make. Alright, and I probably should have parked a cart here, but I didn't. So yeah. For once, we've actually ended an episode in, like, the right amount of time. 14 seconds, 13. If I hit the buttons at the same time, I'm not sure. 2 seconds, ones, yeah. So there, half an hour. Yay. Anyway. Yeah, so I've got that sort of thing to think about. I might swap out this for some other survival map and just play with those for a bit. And then pick this up again when it's current with whatever version we have at the time. I don't know. It's not happening today again, so we'll find that out later. I suppose there's zombies attacking my village because it's midnight. Alright, so I'm just going to take a nap, and I guess I'll just see you next time. So, bye.